just like that, the big day arrived. Fabletown's grandest event of the year, like Christmas and 4th of July, multiplied many times over.
At the front door by twilight, as promised, my love.
Lady Beauty, Lord Beast, how grand you both look tonight. And I'll be a rogue if you don't look completely human again, sir. Congratulations.
It's my wife's fault. She loves everything about this day, including me, it seems, enough to make me handsome again.
Don't start.
Here you go, John.
Oh, no, sir. Tickets are taken at the ballroom door, up on the 19th floor.
Where do we buy lottery tickets?
At the security desk, ma'am. Just inside.
Come on. I want to buy a few more tickets before the drawing tonight.
Why? They cost a bundle we can't afford, all for the chance of winning a kingdom in a place we can't ever get to again. We already have our own worthless lands and castle, forever lost in the homelands. Why go into Hawk to win more lost lands and another useless title?
Because they were your lands and your title. I was just a peasant girl who married into money. I want something of my own. If I win, I'll be a princess in my own right.
But still working for minimum wage in a bookstore.
Don't spoil the evening, darling.
$100 a ticket, but $50 if you buy 5 at a time. This is marvelous, Snow. Do you see now why I needed your help? It never would have occurred to me that the best way to sell my royal title was to hold a lottery.
All sorts of things never occur to you, dear. I suppose it would have been too much to expect to be born smart as well as privileged.
Ouch. How much have we made so far?
As of this morning, we were closing in on 300 grand. But sales have picked up today. I'd be surprised if we haven't doubled that amount by now.
Lovely. Who would have thought that so many would willingly spend so much for a slight chance to win absolutely nothing of substance?
No wonder they call lotteries taxes on stupid people.
Are you going to act like this all night? When did you forget how to enjoy yourself? I swear you've had that same scowl on your face for the past 300 or 400 years.
You ought to know. You helped put it there.
Isn't there a statute of limitations on the playing the poor abused victim? Why dwell on one unfortunate incident so long ago? You're lovely and eternally young. Make the most of it, Snow Bunny. Move on. In fact, tonight you're an exceptionally lovely woman. Did you dress up for anyone in particular, or is this for my benefit?
Honey, if we don't hurry upstairs, we'll miss the secret reading.
Pardon me, but you've suddenly grown wearisome and pedestrian. I imagine that will only grow worse after tonight. Do try to have a pleasant final evening as a former somebody, before you officially become just another nobody.
Once, we were 1,000 separate kingdoms spread over 100 magic worlds. We were kings and cobblers, wizards or woodcarvers. We had our sinners, our saints, and our blatant social climbers. And from the grandest lord to the lowliest peasant girl, we were, for the most part, strangers to one another. It took an invasion to unite us. Beyond the farthest shores of Never, the adversary lived in a remote kingdom, ignored by other powers as his strength and ambitions grew over the long centuries. Some say he was a mere woodland sprite, while others claim he was once a god, thrown down from the vast heavens when his corruptions had become too great for his lofty brethren to tolerate. Whatever his true origins, he grew into a dark thing of infinite hunger, and after he conquered his own lands, Putting each of its former kings to the sword, he turned his unquenchable appetite to our direction. When the Emerald Kingdom fell, we tisk-tisked and tut-tutted in our homes, sad for the fates of those unfortunate souls, but we weren't tempted to intervene. After all, they were always odd folks, and ever so far away. It wasn't our business. Then the kingdom of the Great Lion fell, and, again, we did nothing, because we always found the old lion to be a bit too pompous and holier-than-thou for our tastes. And one by one, our scattered lands fell under the adversary's dominion, swallowed up in his ever-growing empire. Had we banded together early, we might have been able to stop him. By the time we realized he wasn't merely interested in conquering that land or those people, that he was coming after all of us, it was too late. He'd grown too powerful. Many of us didn't have the chance to run. Some of us survived, too few, alone or in small groups, over the span of many years, of lifetimes. We hid, and ran, and avoided capture. We lived as outlaws and phantoms. Until we could make our way here, to this dreary, mundane place, the one world the adversary seemed to take no interest in. And here, united by our common enemy, we learned to set aside old grudges. We forgave our many grievances to make covenant with each other. And now, predator and prey, prince and pauper, we are all of a single community. Allied in our undying memory of the homelands, and the unshakable determination that one day we will return to win those lands, free of the hated one. Ladies and gentlemen, lift your glasses and join me, please, in drinking this toast. To the homelands!
Elsewhere throughout the city tonight in private homes and treasured public places, and in the upstate homes where our more inhuman members dwell, other glasses are raised by those who couldn't be with us here tonight, but are still citizens of Fabletown, and are equally determined never to forget.
Hi, Pinocchio. I haven't seen you in a while. Enjoying the party?
No. I'm most certainly not having a good time. I never have a good time with this ridiculous celebration.
Then why do you come each year?
Because sooner or later, that blue fairy who turned me into a real boy is gonna show her face at one of these things, and I'm gonna kick her pretty as your ass.
Why? I thought you wanted to become a real boy.
Of course I did, but who knew I'd stay a boy forever? The ditzy bits interpreted my wish too literally. I'm over 3 centuries old, and I still haven't gone through puberty. I want to grow up, I want my balls to drop, and I want to get laid!
Both of you, quit your damn bitching and crying.
But we're missing the party!
Try to get it into your thick skulls that you're not only going to miss this Remembrance Day celebration, but the next 100 of them to follow. I've got enough on you two to send you both up to the farm for a century of hard labor. But maybe there's a way for all of us to avoid that harsh necessity.
Bullshit, Bigby. Sure, you got Bluebeard here because you got him red-handed torturing me.
Shut up, you pathetic bleating child.
But you got nothing on me. Nothing you can prove, anyway.
You're about to find out exactly how much I can prove. But until I bring the hammer down, you can both go to what's left of the party, provided you stay at least a dozen yards away from each other at all times. Bluebeard, you've got just enough time to clean up and get your annual donation into our beloved mayor's pocket, which will remind us of what a good and supportive citizen you are. And this time, please leave the guns, daggers, and battle axes at home, please. And Jack, we're going to talk privately for a bit. Then you're going to demonstrate your helpful nature by delivering a message from me to one of the party's guests.
Why don't you run your own damn errands?
Partly because I've already missed too much of the party, but mostly because this is what you have to do if you want to keep your freedom.
Are we still serving soup?
We're almost out of goose liver. Should we put out for more, or...?
Better put out something fast. This crowd's eating anything in sight. No! Too much stirring. The sauce must be allowed to caramelize.
Where are my Cornish hens? Who took them?
Shallots? But you clearly said red onions.
You hurry up and you slow down. Everything must be coordinated to arrive at the proper time.
I finally made it. Backstage at the grandest event of the year. Yum.
Are you on the menu?
Oh gosh, I sure hope not.
There you are. Don't you look nice?
I was beginning to think I'd been stood up.
No matter. You always go to this thing stag, right? So it's not as if you'd suffer any embarrassment if I never showed.
My God, are you completely devoid of social skills?
Probably. Come on, we need to be out on the dance floor.
Why? Is this another part of your scheme to catch my sister's killer?
Could be. Now, show me how we do this.
You've never danced before?
Never.
Put your hands here and here. A little more gently, please. I'm not some suspect you're about to wrestle to the ground. Now, follow my lead and try to stay off my feet.
Yes, dear.
Look up.
Then I can't see my feet.
Do it anyway. You look like you're trying to peek down my dress.
So, why would you wear a neckline like that if you didn't want people to look?
Perhaps women wear low necklines to filter out the gentlemen from the dogs. Those few who can still maintain eye contact, even in the presence of breasts like these, might actually have some potential.
Woof.
Ouch! Watch your feet.
But you just said not to watch my feet.
Oh my. Is he your date, princess? You poor girl.
Don't literally watch your feet. Just kindly stop from stomping all over mine.
Got it. So how long do we have to do this before we eat?
Mr. Wolf, you've got some cool moves.
Don't ask me. Dancing was your idea.
A very bad idea. I didn't anticipate being the center of so much attention. Case in point, let's go eat or drink. Let's do anything other than this.
Okay, but you are so late that most of the good food is already gone. But don't worry, I'm an old veteran at these affairs. And I'll let you in on a big secret. The caterers always steal the best of the real delicacies for themselves. They keep the good stuff locked away in the back, then sneak it home after the party. If you like, we can raid the kitchen and make those pirates surrender a share of the loot, in exchange for not blowing the whistle on them.
That's it.
What's what?
You just solved the last nagging bit of the mystery.
Did I?
Of course. Rose was a party girl. People, Fable, and Mundy alike were in and out of her apartment constantly, often whether she was there or not. She put the padlock on her freezer to keep anyone from getting at the good stuff.
So far, I'm not following you.
It wasn't really important, but it was the only piece of the puzzle I couldn't work out. Now it's finally complete. Do you want to know who killed Rose Red?
Of course.
Then spread the word. Discreetly. Anyone who's interested in what happened and who did it should head upstairs to King Cole's Terrace, right after the lottery drawing.
And the winning ticket is...
Does his royal nibs know you sneak up here to use his pool when he's not around?
Who knows? If he does, he's never complained.
Mind if I bum a smoke?
I guess not. Did you finish your errands, Jack?
That's Prince Jack to you, commoner.
Oh no, don't tell me.
Yep, I won the goddamn lottery, and I only bought a single ticket on a lark. Ain't that a kick in the nads? All my life I've been trying one crazy scheme after another to make it big, and all I had to do was buy a ticket.
Too bad it's all worthless.
True, we can all dream about the day when we kick the adversaries' asses out of our old lands, including my new old lands now. But anyone who's not a romantic fool knows it's never gonna happen. Ready to begin your show? It looks like the rubes have arrived.
Just remember to do your part on cue, Your Highness. This is it. In the mystery novels, this is called the parlor scene, where the clever detective reveals all. If this were work of fiction, the author would pause the story here to ask the readers if they put all the clues together yet.
Oh, do get on with it, young man.
Sorry, sir, but in our secret hearts, every real cop longs for a moment like this, and a damn few get one. Indulge me, please. Jack, will you ask our villain to join us now?
Anything you say, Buana.
You've got her murderer here?
Yes, I suspected the killer couldn't resist attending our annual ball, and I had Jack circulate among the guests to look for her.
Huh?
Who?
Do we have to do this?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Rose Red's killer. Rose Red.
How in all hells? I demand an explanation!
How did you pull a trick like this?
Rose!
But there was way too much blood.
Which we had to clean.
Rose, why did you do it? If you weren't killed, then...
An investigation!
One at a time.
If you'd all return to your seats.
Sit down, you goofs. It's just a go back from the dead.
How did you... Why would you put us all through this?
It's not my fault.
Everyone calm down, sit down, and stop talking for just a moment. And I'll tell you all what she did, how she did it, and why she did it.